say Facebook. I want to know which Facebook.
I'm not on Republic game, and YouTube is Pepe, and my interview doesn't want to start.
Okay, you're just chasing Poland.
Chasing, sorry?
Poland. Okay, is this sound up?
Hi, welcome. We are back with the Windhoek Gymnasium versus Windhoek High School first girls team hockey. Okay, we are currently about to enjoy what is promising to be a really, really tough game, really hard game between Windhoek Gymnasium and Windhoek High School's first girls team. So these girls ranging between the ages of 16 and 18, the prime not just of their lives, but of their hockey careers, some might say. The general consensus is that these girls have had just enough training, but not enough years to make their knees crackle yet. Hockey is a sport that's known to be quite hard on the knees. I myself, as an ex-hockey player, can attest. These knees crackle, guys. So I think both teams want a win here, not necessarily for the sake of winning, but for the sake of pride. These are two very, very proud schools, and I think this is something that shows at the annual Inter-High, where Windhoek Gymnasium and Windhoek High School annually compete to show off their pride. Now, I think pride is something that we can't measure. We haven't existed a pride-o-meter yet. Humanity hasn't gotten that far. But I think pride is something that we will have to measure with our hearts. So if you are previously a Gimmy, there was the kickoff, as you can see. And Windhoek High School has the ball in their possession currently, and they seem to be bullying for the ball there as Windhoek Gymnasium takes possession. Windhoek High School tries to intercept, but they unfortunately can't. And they have to flick there from Windhoek Gymnasium. Windhoek High School intercepts. Windhoek Gymnasium takes the ball back into their possession. And Windhoek Gymnasium continues with the lovely flicks. I want to know how their coach teaches them that. Windhoek High School intercepts. Windhoek Gymnasium intercepts, and it's a bunch of kudus against one singular lion there. Windhoek High School takes possession of the ball, and they are aiming for a goal, very eagerly it appears. Windhoek Gymnasium intercepts. Windhoek Gymnasium still has the ball in their possession, with the kudus trying to catch up. Let's see if they can. That was a hard hit. There was some intention behind that one, let me tell you guys. Windhoek High School about to throw in or send the ball into the court. A little bit of back and forth there with the referee as to where exactly we're starting off. Windhoek High School goes right along the outer boundary. And let's see if they can catch that one. That was a far one. Windhoek High School, that last flick, honestly, guys, there was a lot of power. That player's putting her back into those. That is number 7 for Windhoek High School. That is Helene Westraat. And Windhoek Gymnasium eagerly seems to be wanting that ball, but Windhoek High School keeps the ball in their possession. Windhoek Gymnasium has intercepted, and Windhoek High School almost had it until Windhoek Gymnasium gave them some opposition. Windhoek High School has the ball back in their possession, with Windhoek Gymnasium trailing behind, and Windhoek High School still keeping the ball in spite of Windhoek Gymnasium's best efforts. And Gymnasium has the ball in their possession. Windhoek High School has intercepted, and they're using a lot of roundabout tactics, which is good to see. Generally, you don't expect those types of things from high school hockey. And Windhoek Gymnasium is gunning for that ball, guys. Windhoek High School keeps it in their possession. This is a tense moment. This is a very, very tense moment. Windhoek High School throws the ball in. Windhoek High School keeps the ball in their possession. Windhoek Gymnasium trying very hard to find cover in the Windhoek High School players. Windhoek Gymnasium nearly misses the ball. The ball appears to have left the court, but I cannot confirm that yet.